Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Mob kills alleged goat thief in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. An alleged goat thief was mobbed, beaten and killed on Burke Road in Old Harbour, St. Catherine Saturday afternoon. The deceased, who up to press time was still unidentified, is a male about 30 years old, approximately 5 feet 10 inches tall, and was clad in a black t-shirt, navy blue short jeans pants, and navy blue socks. It was reported that around 2:20 p.m., the authorities responded to an assignment from a police emergency that gunshots were heard in the Burke Road area. Upon arrival, the police found the now deceased in a yard, lying on his back in a pool of blood, with his face bashed in and what appeared to be a chop wound in the top of his head. The police said a huge stone and a machete were beside the deceased man. Initial investigations, the police said, discovered that the man was in the area attempting to steal goats when he was set upon by a mob who chopped and beat him to death. The scene was processed and the body taken to hospital, where it was confirmed dead. It was later transported to the morgue, pending a post-mortem examination. Man shot to death in Westmoreland attack. A man was fatally shot at Bridgewater in Darriston, Westmoreland on Thursday. Investigators say about 5:30 p.m., 22-year-old Lionel Blake was driving his motor car when a motorcycle drove up and the occupants opened fire at him. Mr. Blake lost control of the car and collided in a fence. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Cops seeks ex-girlfriend after man stabbed following sex in Clarendon. The ex-girlfriend of a man is being sought by police after he was allegedly stabbed in Goshen District in Moco, Clarendon Saturday afternoon. The incident reportedly happened after they had sex at the woman's home, the police said. The injured man has since undergone one operation after he was admitted to hospital in serious condition. Information reaching reporters is that around midday, the man went to visit his ex-girlfriend, had sex with her and reportedly fell asleep afterwards. Police said the man was awakened by a sharp pain in his back. When he opened his eyes, he saw his ex-girlfriend standing over him with a knife. He was then reportedly stabbed in his abdomen. He managed to escape and was taken to hospital. The police were summoned and briefly spoke with the injured man at the hospital as he was being attended to by the medical staff. The police said efforts are ongoing to locate and apprehend the ex-girlfriend. Missing St. Thomas fisherman found dead. A 76-year-old fisherman of Rocky Point District in St. Thomas was reported missing. He was found dead Saturday morning. According to the Golden Grove Police, Mr. Brown was reported missing on June 28. During a search by community members, Brown was found hanging by his neck from a tree in his community. Reports reaching reporters are that Mr. Brown had recently been acting strangely before he went missing. Body found along roadway in Panpeace, Hanover. The body of a man was found along the roadway in Panpeace, Hopewell, Hanover this morning. It is reported that about 5 o'clock, a passerby stumbled upon the body. The deceased man had what appeared to be a wound to his head. Cops attached to the Sandy Bay Police visited the scene. Teacher shortage threatened class size goal, says JTA president. The Jamaica Teachers Association fears that the aim of the Ministry of Education to establish a ratio 1 teacher to 25 students per class is under threat as public schools struggle with a staff shortage. JTA President Cassandra Harrison has noted that many schools, especially those in rural communities, are struggling to fill vacancies which have been created for various reasons including resignation, vacation leave, and retirement. She noted earlier this week that for the 2022-2023 academic year, schools could not offer some subjects while teachers have to deliver lessons outside of their subject areas. Mrs. Harrison said it remains to be seen whether the goal of reducing class sizes will be achieved. She was speaking as a guest on Monday on Pro 106. Man fatally shot in St. Anne. A man was gunned down in St. Anne early this morning. He is 32-year-old farmer Jumani Walford, otherwise called Jet Lee, of Lincoln Road in Wilberforce, Brownstown. It is reported that about 2:50 a.m., Walford was walking along the main road in Wilberforce when a car drove up and gunshots were fired from inside the vehicle. Walford was hit. He was taken to the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital, where he was admitted in serious condition. He later died. No motive has been established for the killing. Agriculture Minister calls for greater action to build resilience of small-scale food producer. Jamaica has called for increased action to help small-scale food producers implement effective adaptation practices to strengthen resilience and reduce their vulnerability to climate change. Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining Floyd Green, in making the call at the Food and Agriculture Organization high-level ministerial event in Rome on Thursday, said the resource constraints have also affected resilience efforts. While transitioning farmers to protect agricultural system and green technologies is ideal, Jamaica, like other small island developing states, does not currently have the financial resources to retool small-scale producers with new technologies that will aid production, he pointed out. Moreover, small-scale farmers also often struggle with varying degrees of resource poverty and are less adaptable to climate change-related challenges than large farmers. For this purpose, building an inclusive food system requires targeted action to transfer climate-sensitivity farming techniques to small-scale producers, he noted. Residents blocked Savannah Lamar to Negril Main Road in protest of lack of water. Residents of Retreat in Westmoreland on Saturday morning staged a roadblock in protest over the lack of water for the past 3 weeks. The protest has cut off traffic flow between the parish capital Savannah Lamar and the Zor town of Negril. Among some of the communities impacted by little or no supply are Retreat, Sheffield, West End, Red Ground and sections of Negril. The residents used old appliances such as refrigerators, stoves, chairs and mattresses to block the roadway. Trees and other debris were also used. A resident of Kittle, who did not wish to be identified, said motorists have to be using the Sheffield Crossroads through Spring Gardens area as an alternative route. The resident, who is also impacted by the lack of water, said she is feeling the pain that drivers utilize the alternative route are feeling due to horrible road conditions. Member of Parliament for Westmoreland Western Moreland Wilson said the water issue has to do with some challenges with a pump at the Longwood treatment plant in Hanover, which was taken out of service for repair. Wilson said the National Water Commission (NWC) assured him that supply was restored to full capacity Friday evening. However, despite some communities confirming the restoration of the domestic supply, areas further along the distribution network, such as Retreat, will take a longer time to get the portable supply, as the lines will take some time to be charged. This means that from last evening, sections of Negril would have seen their water being restored. This includes West End, Red Ground, and its adjoining communities. For persons who are in the Retreat area, they are at the end of the line, so the line takes a few hours to charge based on what the NWC reports, and I would just want to reassure the persons within the area that they will get their water restored shortly, assured Wilson, who is asking residents to exercise a little more patience. The MP said some residents who are in the WhatsApp group were informed of the development. Falmouth Mayor implores individuals to exercise more civic pride. Mayor of Falmouth and Chairman of the Trelawney Municipal Corporation, Colin Gager, is imploring individuals, including those who urinate in the public, to refrain from contributing to the uncleanliness in the fleeting resort town. Speaking at the Mayor's Forum he staged in Water Square, Falmouth on Wednesday, Gager noted that it is costing the municipal corporation a large sum of money to clean up the town. Another challenge is that we're having is the way we use the town. You want to urinate and you just go beside a building, you just go beside a tree, you just go beside a street in that lane. So when you pass, that aroma that is coming from the corner isn't a pleasant one. So we have to be spending a lot of time. We want to thank Miss Joy Roberts, Executive Director of Jamaica Vacations, who is helping us in buying the sanitary stuff to get the town clean. What I am saying to you is we ought to act a little different. We ought to make sure we keep the streets clean, he implored. He appealed for individuals to utilize the public center of convenience in the town. I want to make one final appeal to you. The public center of convenience is there within the town. It is open. You are asked to pay just a small contribution for your tissue. We are asking you to make use of the center of convenience. Let's stay away from using the gardens of the municipal corporation as a bathroom, he further appealed. Meanwhile, Roberts also told the gathering that the order from the urination in the public is hindering cruise passengers from walking the historic town. Pre-COVID, many of you in Falmouth would have known that we used to offer entertainment right here, Water Square, in the streets of Falmouth. We have not been able to do it post-COVID. Why? Because of some of the issues that we already mentioned earlier. The streets are rank. We cannot bring them out there. It is one thing for them to pass through quickly and walk into the town, but to have them out there participating in the activities that we have there, we can't bring them out there, Robert said. So as the mayor said earlier, we have come up with a solution where we're going to help you, probably ensuring that we have to watch the area that we operate in to be able to do that, she added. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell